If the people you were trying to impress did not even know that you accomplished your goal, would you still want it? Most people do not know how to answer this question. You ask them, why do you want that? What will that give you? What will that do for your life? And they have no vision. They have no reason why they actually want it other than it's going to make them feel better when they are around other people. They're going to be able to share their accolades. They're going to be able to look a certain way. They're going to be able to share certain things about themselves that are going to make them appear better to these people. But it's like, if they weren't there, would you even actually want this? Does this actually matter to you, or are you putting pressure on yourself for the benefit of someone else? Here's what I need you to know by the end of this episode. You might not actually want what you think you want. And that is not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't have direction. It's because you don't have clarity. This episode was inspired by one of my mom's best friends. She came over a few days ago and she was talking about wanting to want to. We were talking about how she had joined this group and she really wanted to want to go. She wanted to want to be a part of this community, but she was like, I just don't have the energy. I don't have the drive. Like, I want to, but I don't want to. And then it kind of stirred up this thought for me about, where does that even come from? This desire to want something, but not actually want it. Where does that come from? And how can we get from, I want this, I should want this, I want this, I don't want this? How do we get from wanting to want to deciding that you don't want it in an empowering way that allows you to feel the relief of that pressure? And then it allows you to actually focus on and execute on the things that you do truly want out of your life. So today we're going to be getting into how to spot goals that you don't actually want, what to do if you're chasing things out of guilt or pressure, and how to realign your goals so that they feel energizing and life-giving instead of life-sucking. I saw this quote from one of my internet friends the other day. She said, discipline without alignment is just control. And that phrase really sums up what we are doing here. We are trying to discipline our way into success, but there's no true desire or no true alignment with the vision that we actually have for our lives, with the desires of our heart, what's deep down inside of us, what we want if nothing else was a factor, if no one else was a factor. We are ripped away from that version of ourselves and we're trying to control our lives by fitting ourselves into a box that someone else created. That control is not the way to sustainable success. That is the way to burnout. It is the way to frustration and anger and just feeling completely exhausted and detached from your life. You might look at yourself and feel like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't even know how I got here. What happened? And that is what we're going to bring ourselves back to today. The version of you that you recognize. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, I hope you'll stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so let's start at the beginning of, do you actually want this? If you took away the applause, the praise, the, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, you're so impressive, would you actually still want it? Would it still be worth doing? Sometimes we have been so conditioned in our life to chase the things that we're supposed to want, like the big house, the white picket fence, the perfect 9-to-5 job, the husband, the kids, the blah, 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 blah. We want to be seen as the one who works out every day, the one who started the business and became successful. We want to be making 6 figures. We want to write a book. We want to wake up at 5 a.m. Like, where did all of that come from? Where did that desire come from? Who told you that you should want those things? That you should do those things? And where do you feel guilty for not having them? What makes you feel small when you think about not having it? For example, if you're wanting to lose weight, does your partner or spouse make you feel less than because you're a certain size or because you look a certain way? And if they weren't part of the picture, would you still want to lose weight? Another example, if you are trying to start a business and you haven't hit a certain revenue goal yet, who is making you feel smaller that you haven't hit that goal? Who told you that you need to be making 10K a month or 100,000 a month? Do you actually need that amount? Do you actually want that amount? It's so important that we ask ourselves these questions if we want to create sustainable lives that don't burn ourselves out and detach us from who we truly are. If you get to the end of your life and you think, oh my gosh, I made 6 figures, I started this business, I did this, I did that, but you remember when you were a kid, you really wanted to travel to Spain and study abroad for a year, but you never did that. What was all the success for? What was this for? It certainly wasn't for you. Who are you trying to impress? I don't know if that was a good example, but hopefully you get what I'm saying here. The I should goals do not stick. They are not sustainable, and it's very unlikely that you will accomplish them. And if you do, you will probably sabotage it in some way, whether that's like falling off the wagon or getting so burned out that you can't stay consistent with this lifestyle that you've created or with this thing that you've obtained. It's going to drain you. It's going to make you feel worse than you did in the beginning because you've neglected the part of you that actually wanted something else. So let go of this pressure to have more discipline, to have more control over your life, and start leaning into, what do I actually desire? What do I actually want for myself? Okay, now let's get into this whole wanting to want to mindset. You might be questioning something like, I think I want this. I think I want to go to the gym. I think I want to take a cooking class. I think I want to go get my bachelor's degree. I think I want to go after this job. I think I want to be with this person. Like, okay, so this is a clue for us. Wanting to want to, thinking you want to is a clue. It means there is a desire under the surface. There's something there, but it's being covered up by whatever this goal is that you're trying to pursue. So if you say, I want to go to the gym, do you actually want to go to the gym, or do you want to accept the way that you look? If you say, I want to go get a bachelor's degree, do you actually want a degree, or is there a certain position or job or something that you're seeking? Now, I'm not saying that the goal that you are after doesn't require you to do things that are uncomfortable or that you may not want to do along the way. That's not the point of this conversation. What I am saying is that if you are going after something solely because I want to hang a diploma or something that says that I'm a doctor on my wall, I want to be able to tell all the people that I'm a doctor, but you don't actually want to be a doctor, we have a problem. So I want you to ask yourself, is this goal truly mine? Did this goal truly generate from deep within inside of me? Or is this something I saw externally and feel like I will have validation or praise or some sort of status for getting this goal? Number 2, do you feel energized about the process of achieving the goal, not just having the end result? So back to our doctor example. Do you feel energized about learning about being a doctor? Yes, school might be hard, but do you get excited to learn about the body or to learn about certain techniques? Are you excited about the process? Are you excited about the journey and what comes after it? Or are you just excited about this title? And then number 3, this one's really important to differentiate here. Am I avoiding pursuing this goal? Am I sabotaging this goal out of fear that I won't achieve it, or because it's misaligned? Huge difference there. One, you're sabotaging because you want it so bad that you don't want to fail. The other one, you're sabotaging because you secretly don't want it. So it's really important that you ask yourself, which one are you? Which one is your goal? Which category does that fall into? Because the antidote or the cure for achieving the goal is completely different depending on which category you fall into. You do not have to keep forcing your goals. If it's not a yes, let it be a no. If it's a not yet, not right now, it's okay to put it on the back burner until you're ready. I have an entire database in my Notion full of ideas that I want to someday maybe get to. It's not a right now, it's not a no, but it's also not a yes. So I put it in a database so that I don't forget about it, and then I can decide, oh, I remember I wanted to do that thing. Now I'm ready. Let's do it. I don't force myself, but I also don't feel guilty that I haven't gotten to it. I know that it has a place. I know that I've intentionally decided to put it on the back burner, and then I know that it's there for me if I decide to come back to it later. This has allowed me to let go of guilt, let go of shame, let go of a timeline that someone else made up for me, let go of the pressure. And I know that doing this will help you do that too. All right, so what's next? If you've realized that this goal isn't actually yours, you've been working towards this thing, you've been putting so much pressure on yourself, you have been telling all the people, like, this is what I'm going to do, and now you're realizing, oh, I don't actually want this. What do you do next? Here's what I recommend. Number one, just stop faking it. Like, the minute that you start to live more true to who you are, the more you will realize that it was never that big of a deal to begin with. You are making it so much more of a thing in your head than it is. And if you are around people who are going to judge you or make you feel less than, or criticize you because you are living more true to what you want and to who you want to be, those are not your people. Those are not supportive people that you should be surrounding yourself with. And that's a whole nother topic for another day. But the minute that you stop faking what you want out of your life, you will realize that the prize is actually you getting to be happy. The prize is you getting to feel successful and fulfilled in the things that you always wanted. There's no prize for faking it. There's no prize for obtaining things for the approval from other people. It's not how it works. You don't feel better because you get to wave something over someone else's head. It doesn't feel that great and it doesn't last. So first and foremost, stop faking it. Figure out what you actually want. Stay true to that. Number two, reconnect with your capacity. Maybe you haven't completely written this goal off, but you've decided, you know what, actually, maybe right now is not the greatest time for me. You need to ask yourself, what do you actually have the energy for right now? What is a goal that could be supportive during this time? What is something that would give you more energy than it takes? And then number three, I would go through the Overwhelm to Action blueprint. This is a free blueprint that I created for people who are overwhelmed, people who have been detached from their own desires for so long, who have just been going through the motions, taking action on the things that other people tell you to do, that other people tell you you should want, whether that's on social media, on TV, at work, in your family. Like, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. If you are constantly allowing other people to make the decisions for your life, you have to start taking the reins back and making your own decisions. So I created this blueprint to help you clear the noise, figure out everything that you have going on, all of your commitments, all of your to-dos, all of your projects. What does it look like right now? And then it helps you find clarity. It helps you categorize things so that you know what is something that's actually important to you. What is something that you need to plan for but could maybe be delayed to a later date? And then what is something that honestly doesn't need to be on your plate at all? You've been putting it on your calendar, you've been putting it on your to-do list, you've been saying, I need to get to this, but you keep delaying it, you keep putting it off, and now you're realizing, oh, this was never my desire from the beginning. I never wanted to do this. Then we can delete that off of our list completely. We can get rid of it. We can alleviate the pressure of that thing, and then have more energy and brain space for the things that we actually want to focus on. And then it also helps you take steps forward. It gives you a really quick 5-minute method to help you start building momentum towards the things that you are actually wanting to work towards now that you have alleviated everything that is no longer aligned. Also, an added bonus step here is if you're craving hands-on help and you're like, Tony, I just want you to walk alongside me and help me create my plan and help me figure out what I want and get to my why and help me create a vision and help me find my vision. If those are the things that are on your heart right now and you're like, yes, please help, I need that support, I am offering 25% off my one-on-one sessions for the month of July. The session does not have to actually happen in July. You just have to book it before the end of July. So the link for the Overwhelm to Action Blueprint, which is completely free, and the link to book a 25% off one-on-one session is down below in the description. So just a few things before I let you go today. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to want less. It's okay to take things off of your list that were never actually yours to begin with. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are not undisciplined. You are just finally waking up to what is truly aligned for you. You deserve a life that actually feels like yours, that isn't built on the opinions and the desires of other people. And I'm here to help you get closer to that. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much as always, and I'm wishing you an amazing week ahead. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to stay along for the journey. Hit the like button so that I know that you enjoyed this episode. And if you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment. Let's have a dialogue. I love engaging with you guys. So please drop any comments, questions, concerns that you have down below. I'd be happy to answer them. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. And until next time, take care.